Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Today is June 10th. The London series was amazing to watch, and the White Sox are back in the win column. Let's talk about it. Hello, everybody. My name is Steven. This is the middle of the order. How are we doing today? Monday, start to the week here. I'll be honest, I don't have much time. I got a lot of work to do today, so really we don't have much time, so let's just jump right into it and get things going here with our series recap. Leading things off, we have the Dodgers and the Yankees. What we thought would have been star power on display. Fans were treated to a 0-0 game all the way into the 11th inning before Teoscar Hernandez came up with a 2-run double for the first runs of this game. Aaron Judge singles in one in the Yankees half, but the Dodgers come away with the opening win. They take it 2-1. Aaron Judge may have hit 2 home runs in this game, but do you know who else did? Teoscar Hernandez, who hit a two home runs in the game, one being a grand slam as he drives in 6 runs in the game. That one was all Dodgers. They take it 11-3. And in the last game, Teoscar does it again, his 16th home run of the year, 3rd of the series. The Yankees fans chanted, "We want Soto," as Trent Grisham stepped up to bat and crushed the 3-run go-ahead home run, which turned the hateful fans into a frenzy. Aaron Judge homers later for some insurance, his 3rd of the series. The Yankees come away with it and avoid the sweep. They take it 6-4. Oilers and Rays now. The O's stay rolling as always. Anthony Santander, Ryan Mountcastle, and Jordan Westburg all homer. The Oilers win the first game, the first of 4, 6-3. Kyle Bradish shoves as Ryan O'Hearn and Gunnar Henderson both go deep. For Gunnar, it's his 20th of the season, and for Baltimore, it's their team's 100th home run of the season. They're the first team to reach that mark. They win that game 5-0. Anthony Santander, he hits another home run in the series, and they put the exclamation mark on later on in the game. Adley Rutschman crushing the grand slam to put this one away. The O's take that game 9-2, and the 4th and final game is being played later on today. The O's will look for the 4-game sweep with Corbin Burnes on the mound. Moving on, now we have the Red Sox and the White Sox. The White Sox huge losing streak is a big talking point here in this series as the Red Sox pour it on in the first game. They hit 3 home runs, including Jamie Westbrook's first career MLB home run. As this first game was all Red Sox, they take the first of 4 in the sock-off and extend the White Sox losing streak to 14 as they win it 14-2. How fitting. Game 2 here, Luis Robert Jr., Gavin Sheets, Andrew Vaughn all homer. Garrett Crochet, he Ks 10. That leads the way to the White Sox. They win it. They end their losing streak at 14, being the Red Sox 17-2. Gavin Sheets, how about he does it again, but in grand fashion. He hits a go-ahead grand slam, and that was the difference in the 3rd game here. The White Sox are now on a 2-game winning streak. How time flies. They win it 6-1. And in the last game, the Red Sox tie the game up in the 9th. That sends us to extras, where they would score 2 runs in the top of the 10th. They hold the White Sox in their half as the Red Sox come back to win this one in extras. They split the 4-game set with the White Sox, and they win it 6-4, your final. Brewers and Tigers now. Tobias Myers shoves for 8 scoreless innings, only giving up a hit and a couple of walks. The Brewers scored 5 in the 2nd and only added from there. That leads them to the win. They take it 10-0 in the opener. The difference in the 2nd game came off the bat of the rookie Jackson Chourio. He gets a 2-run double in the 6th to give the Brewers the lead. They once again beat the Tigers with a score of 5-4. But in the last game, the Tigers and Tarek Skubal come alive. Skubal Ks 10, the Tigers ride an 8-run 5th inning to the win. They avoid the sweep and beat the Brewers in the process 10-2. Mariners and Royals, what a series this turned out to be. The Mariners opened it up by scoring 7 runs in the first, including Ryan Bliss's first MLB career home run. What looked like an easy game turned into a nightmare as Kansas City didn't die. They scored 4 in the fourth, 3 in the sixth, and took the lead and more with 3 in the ninth to walk it off on a Nelson Velasquez fielder's choice as he beats it out on a J.P. Crawford bumble of the ball. Royals walk it off. They come down from down 8. They come back from down 8. Crazy. They win it 10-9. What a comeback. The Royals look to be a strong force as they are once again off to the lead and to the races. And things were going their way. Adam Frazier, he goes deep in this one. The Royals end up taking another win. They beat them 8-4. Royals down 2 in this one to their final out. And up comes MJ Melendez, and he sends one to deep right and out of here as his home run. That one ties the game up. Only 1 out to go. Mariners were so close. That sends us to extras, but do not fret. Mariners score 3, and it's lucky they did because Hunter Renfroe goes deep in the 10th to make it a 1-run game. The Royals cannot find that last run. The Mariners come away with it. Luckily, they avoid the sweep. Would have been a very embarrassing sweep. They beat the Royals 6-5. Giants and Rangers now. Wilmer Flores has a nice day as his 2 homers get the Giants rolling early, and then a 2-run shot from Michael Conforto puts it away. The Giants win the first game 5-2. Heliot Ramos continues to put up great numbers since getting recalled as he has a .423 average in his last 7 games. His home run in this game was his 6th of the year and was the difference in this one. The Giants take another one 3-1. The Rangers took a quick 5-run lead after the first 2 innings with Marcus Semien going deep and Wyatt Langford's 2-run single. From there, the Rangers hold the Giants and they come away with the last game to win it and avoid the sweep 7-2. Blue Jays and Oakland now. The A's, and a great start from Chris Bassett is ruined by the Jays' lack of offense consistency. Once again, the A's come away with this one with a walk-off home run courtesy of J.J. Bleday as he wins it for the A's. They take it 2-1. The Blue Jays score 5 runs in the 5th. Kevin Kiermaier homers, and Kevin Gausman was brilliant, pitching his first ever career complete game shutout as he dominates the A's. The Blue Jays win it and even up the series 7-0. This match would end up after 9, tied at 3. The Blue Jays, looking for a statement, would get help from IKF, who came up with a 3-run double in the 10th. That doubles the Jays' leads, and they hold on to come away with the win and take 2 of 3 from the A's. Crazy what they can do when they score some runs. They win it 6-4. Astros and Angels now. Framber Valdez shoves for a complete game as his only mistake was to Kevin Pillar, who hit his 7th home run of the year. Astros are at a 5-run 7th with Yanyer Diaz's 4th straight game with a home run. The Astros win the first game 7-1. Hunter Brown outduels Tyler Anderson in this one as Jordan Alvarez gets his 13th home run of the year. They get another win and beat the Angels 6-1. And then a fun final game here with 4 lead changes. The Astros 4-run 6th put them in the driver's seat. However, the Angels didn't go away. They scored 2 in the 8th and 2 in the 9th. Logan O'Hoppe puts a shot deep left, and it originally looked like it was caught to rob it, but instead it's a walk-off home run. Logan O'Hoppe with the hero in that game. The Astros go from thinking they've won to walking off the field in defeat. They still come away with 2 of 3 in the series, though. The Angels avoid the sweep, but you could tell the Astros wanted to get that sweep. Angels win it 9-7. Guardians and Marlins now. The excitement and joy from Brian Rocchio's first career MLB home run is taken away by the Marlins as they get some solo shots from Brian De La Cruz and Josh Bell as that helps Miami get the win. They take the opener 3-2. The Guardians, though, answer with a great game. Jose Ramirez hits his 18th of the year. The Guardians added with 6 runs in the 5th as their pitching blanks the Marlins. They even up the series 8-0. And then Tyler Freeman hits a big 3-run home run in the 7th in this game, and it is so huge it ends up being the difference in this one. The Guardians take the rubber match, and 2 of 3 from the Marlins. They win it 6-3. Braves and Nationals now. The Nats open up this series with a couple of solo shots from CJ Abrams and Lane Thomas, but the Braves answer with some big boy shots from Adam Duvall and Marcell Ozuna. They come away with the win and take the first of 4, 5-2. Jake Irvin does a great job holding the Braves as the Nats get to sail despite getting K'd 10 times. Nats end up with the win. They even the series 2-1. In the third game, they then score in 5 of the 6 first innings. The first 6 innings. Nick Senzel, he puts the stamp on this one, his 6th of the year. The Nationals take that one 7-3, and then with the Nats score 7 runs in the 4th. Keibert Ruiz hits his 4th home run of the year. Nats surprised us all. They take 3 of 4 from the Braves. Boogity boogity wow, and they win it 8-5. Twins and Pirates now. Mitch Keller and the Pirates pen blanks the Twins. O'Neal Cruz, Connor Joe go deep. Pirates take the opener 3-0. Game 2, the Pirates use 6 arms out of their pen to once again blank the Twins. Rowdy Tellez hits his 2nd home run of the year. Pirates win another one 4-0. This last game headed to extras, tied up, so the Twins put their foot down on the Pirates. They score 7 runs in the 10th inning. The Pirates have been playing good baseball recently, but not that good. The Twins hold on, they win this one and avoid the sweep, beating the Pirates 11-5. Cubs and Reds now, and they're playing the first of 4, and with some big home runs from Seiya Suzuki and Christopher Morel had the Cubs up early, but Ellie De La Cruz, he gets the red start, helps them hit his home run, and then they score 5 unanswered runs late to take the lead. The Reds win the first game and come back 8-4. In Game 2, the Reds score 2 runs on a Stevenson double and add 1 on a single from Fairchild. Nick Lodolo and the Reds pen held the Cubs, as that leads to another Reds win 3-2 in that one. Third game, it's a couple of bombs from Yeimer Candelario and TJ Friedel. That leads them to another win. The Reds have gone for 3 for 3 in the series thus far. They win it 4-3, looking for the sweep but would not find it. Ian Happ, a bases clearing double in the first, gave the Cubs an early 3-run lead. The Reds couldn't come back in this one. The Cubs salvage the series. They take the last of the 4 and avoid the sweep, the 4-game sweep to the Reds. They win it 4-2 there. Rockies and Cardinals now. The Rockies scored 3 runs as their pitching held the Cardinals from scoring those 3 runs back. The Rockies end up with the win. They take the first of 4 in this series, 3-2. Game 2, the Cardinals scored 4 unanswered runs twice, adding some insurance late as they even up the series, beating the Rockies 8-5. Ezekiel Tovar was the difference in the third game as he went 4 for 4 with 4 RBIs and 2 home runs in the game. That leads the Rockies to a win 6-5. And for the last game, the Cardinals led this game from the second inning on. They score 5 unanswered runs in the process as they go for the win and split the 4-game set 2 each. Redbirds win the last game 5-1. D-backs and Padres now. The D-backs hit back-to-back bombs from Eugenio Suarez and Gabriel Moreno as they end up with the win. They take the first of 4 from the Padres. They beat them 4-3. Padres respond though with a big game from them. Tatis and Profar go back-to-back in the first. Later on, Ha-Seong Kim goes deep. The Padres were in the lead for the whole game. They add 5 runs in the 8th. Padres even the series up 10-3. Game 3, how about Ha-Seong Kim again? Jake Cronenworth and Kyle Higashioka all homer. They score 4 runs in 3 different innings. The Padres take that game 13-1. And for the last game, it's a big 6-run second inning, including Jake McCarthy's 3rd of the year. That would help the D-backs and lead the way to the win. They split the 4-game set with the Padres, winning the last game 9-3. And lastly, Phillies and Mets, God save the king. Now we are in London for the 2-game series here, and the first game went the Phillies' way. They took over the Mets with 6 runs in the 5th, including a Bryce Harper's 15th home run of the year, as well as Whit Merrifield's 3rd of the year. Castellanos goes deep in the 8th, and that seals the Mets' faith. The Phillies take the first game 7-2, and the other game was much closer closer and much more entertaining as it was back and forth with David Dahl. His home run helps the Phillies lead it. The Mets would retake the lead, and the Phillies in the ninth had the bases loaded with one out, had a chance to hand the Mets another blown game. However, the Mets get out of it. They hang on with the classic 2-3 double play to win it. Mets split the 2-game London series with the Phillies. They head back to America. Mets take the nail-biter 6-5. Alright, now we look to the game of the weekend, and there's nothing better than being down 8-0 and coming back to take the win. We're heading to Kansas City. What a season the Royals have had thus far here, and of course it starts with the Mariners, who still lead the AL West. They get hot early in this one, score 7 runs in the first. A bases loaded walk is how we got started, and then Mitch Haniger, the bases clearing double, makes it 4-0 Seattle. Victor Robles recently signed. He is now on the team. His double gives them a 5-0 lead. And then Ryan Bliss, his first career MLB home run. He dreamed about playing for the Mariners since he was 14 years old, I believe, or in 2014. It's 7-0 Seattle there. Top 4, they add that run. A ground rule double from Ty France makes it 8-0. Then here comes the Royals finally in the bottom of the 4th. Nelson Velasquez, his single makes it 8-1. And then MJ Melendez, he hits a 3-run home run, his 6th of the year, cuts the lead in half. 8-4 now is the score. Top 6, Seattle adds with Mitch Garver double to make it 9-4. But then in the bottom of the 6th, here comes the Royals once again. MJ Melendez, a ground out, scores a run, and then Hunter Renfroe, the 2-run single, makes it 9-7. All of a sudden, things are close now. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Miguel Garcia, he grounds out, but that scores a run to make it 9-8. Bobby Witt Jr., the triple, ties the game up 9-9. A few batters later, with the bases loaded, Nelson Velasquez, he reaches on the fielder's choice. He hits the ball hard to J.P. Crawford. What looked like the inning-ending double play to send it to extras. Crawford bobbles it, gets the out at second, throw to first, not in time. Royals walk it off. From 8-0 down, they win it 10-9. That is your game of the weekend. Well, that might have been the game of the weekend, but it wasn't the only fun, exciting game. Let's take a look at those London games, because those games were very fun and entertaining. I got to watch a little bit of the first game and the ending of the second game, and that was really where the magic was at there. Bryce Harper and the Phillies took over game 1. Harper's home run, he got a cool, Fanatic bat wearing the guards uniform there. He did the soccer Sally. He's screaming in the dugout, "I love soccer." Cool moment there. That was the start of a 6-run inning with Merrifield. He goes deep. Castellanos goes deep in the 8th later on. Sean Manaea, he was the losing pitcher in this game, gave up the 6 runs in that inning, but he's gone pretty global. I think this is the 4th country he's made a start in. He's obviously did, I believe, some of the baseball in the World Baseball Classic, so it was a cool moment for him to still do that. Castellanos, of course, the 9th home run. Ranger Suarez was here and playing as well. 5 2/3 from him. 2 earned runs, 6 K. So not the best Ranger Suarez start we've had this year, but still another win for him. His 10th win on the year. Will he be leading the league in wins come Friday? We will find out. But that was the first game. That second game, though, a little bit more entertaining. Mets had to play comeback a little bit from down 3-0. They tied the game up in the 6th after getting a couple runs there. David Dahl, the pinch hit home run, makes it 4-3 Philly. Then the Mets score 3 runs in the top of the 9th to take over. Alec Bohm walked in a run, making it 6-5. Bases loaded. The Mets with 1 out. The little dribbler by Castellanos, step on home plate from the catcher, throw on to first. The double play ends it. That's a fun one. The Mets don't blow it. And you got to love it. London series was a huge success, as it usually is. You got to see a lot of cool moments. The call to end that second game by the London announcer, that was really cool. Don't know if there's any Impractical Jokers fans, but Brian Q saying take him out to ball game in the first game. So that's for me at least. I love the Impractical Jokers, so that's a cool moment there for me. And yeah, 2 games really good. They split the series, and yeah, not much more to say. London series. Big ups for you guys. Love to see it. I love the international series. It's definitely some of the better baseball we have sometimes when it's a little bit more, exciting and brings in parts of the world together. Good for baseball, good for the game. What is also good for the game is when the White Sox are winning, or at least not losing the way they've been losing. I said on Friday's episode, I'm like, well, we'll see. Hopefully the White Sox can win a game, and we'll be here on Monday talking about it. I didn't, in my head, I was just saying it to say it because obviously, you don't really think about it. But the more I thought about it after I finished recording, I realized that the White Sox were only going to win a game with Garrett Crochet on the mound. He's been a huge part of their season. And sure enough, that game on Friday, he was the starter, and he was the winning starter. He pitched 6 innings, striking out 10, only gave up 1 earned run, gave up 2 runs, but the 1 unearned for sure. Had some help. Luis Robert Jr. back in the lineup. He's been back, but, he's getting more into the swing of things now and getting back to his hopeful usual self, and he can maybe start being a key part, an eventual trade piece. But yeah, Garrett Crochet, he is definitely what is probably the best part about this White Sox team. Andrew Vaughn, Gavin Sheets, homer as well. They had to drop the ball. There was 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Ball was hit to the left fielder, and he dropped the ball. So one last moment of White Sox humiliation, haha, before they ended their 14-game losing streak. But the White Sox, they are 16-48. 6 of those wins are Garrett Crochet's. He's 6-5 on the year, and if the White Sox want to win some games, Garrett Crochet needs to be on that mound. Without him there, would the White Sox have 10 wins? They would barely have 10 wins on the season right now. They'd be 10-54. The White Sox have been a mess this year, but it's good to see them back in the win column. They're on a 2-game winning streak, or they were after winning on Saturday as well. They do lose Sunday. But yeah, good for the White Sox to end that series, Schneid, and look for better and better things going forward. They have a series with Seattle right now, who just kind of dropped 2 that they could have won to the Royals. So, maybe you can come away with a win there, but we'll have to wait and see how that goes for the White Sox. But good for them to get a win there. And the last thing I want to mention here quickly, because like I said, don't have a lot of time, Cavan Biggio was DFA'd by the Blue Jays, and this is kind of some big ones. Biggio, not the star prospect of the trio that came up in 2019 with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and Bo Bichette, but he did finish 5th in Rookie of the Year that year, and what arguably was his best year, that in 2020, the COVID year. That first 162 games, really, Cavan Biggio was great in his age 24 and 25 season. 2021 struggled heavily. 2022 didn't get any better. Last year was actually his best year after his first 2 original years. He had a 710 OPS with 68 hits and a 235 batting average. But this year hasn't been off to a hot start. You thought it could have been after his home run in the first game of the season, but it's been quiet since. He has a 200 batting average, a 614 OPS, only has 2 home runs and 9 RBIs. It just hasn't been playing a big role. But after 6 years of service time, the Blue Jays needed to do something. They wanted to get some future in there. I'm guessing Biggio didn't want to get sit down to AAA, so they end up DFA'ing him. And I expect him somewhere. He'll end up somewhere because, although the production isn't quite there for what the Blue Jays are looking for, this isn't a useless player. Biggio can be a really good player. Obviously his dad, one of the best Astros out there, Craig Biggio. They thought Biggio would have some success, alongside that. Bo Bichette, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., 3 kids all playing, all with Hall of Fame-esque major leaguers in Vladimir Guerrero, Dante Bichette, and the aforementioned Craig Biggio. But unfortunately, Biggio just didn't live up to it the same way Bichette and Vladdy has. Not to say that those two have been overperforming this year as they have been, but if you look at the numbers, Vladdy, of course, that amazing 2021. Bo Bichette has been pretty solid every year of his career, except for the start of this year. But yeah, Cavan Biggio just was always as kind of a step behind them after 2019. Because to be fair, in 2019, when you watch the Blue Jays, I think Cavan Biggio was one of the better ones, out kind of playing Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at points. But, after 2021, Vlad clawed up. Bo just was on fire. And we'll have to see what happens with Cavan going forward. He would be a free agent in 2026. So if anyone does end up taking the contract, they would have him for an extra year. The lefty will hopefully find a spot to bounce back in and find some success in. Because, over his career, it hasn't been a crazy career, but it's been a pretty okay one. 336 hits, 48 home runs, a 227 batting average, and a 725 OPS in nearly 500 games played. So we'll have to see where Cavan ends up, and hopefully he gets to continue his big league career with a big league team. All right, now let's get into our hot and colds for the week here. Look who it is. Is anyone surprised by it being Aaron Judge? I am not. 10 for 20, 3 doubles, 3 home runs, a triple, 12 RBIs, 8 runs, 7 walks, a 1.830 OPS. This guy is insane, man. Aaron Judge, man, what? Slow down a little bit. He's like Ohtani right now, the way he's been playing. Judge, an incredible May, and it's continued here in the month of June. Joining him in the hots, Heliot Ramos from your Giants, 9 for 21, 3 home runs, 7 RBIs, 4 runs, 6 walks, a 1.476 OPS for him. Teoscar Hernandez, a big series in New York, 9 for 25, 3 doubles, 4 home runs, 10 RBIs, 6 runs, a 1.389 OPS for him. Yordan Alvarez, 9 for 23, 4 doubles, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs, 7 runs, 4 walks, a 1.326 OPS. And rounding things up, we have Fernando Tatis Jr., 13 for 29, 3 doubles, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, 6 runs, and a 1.259 OPS for him. Flipping to the cold side of the pillow, the players who struggled this week. Willy Adames from your Brewers, 1 for 20 with 8 Ks. Yikes. Ryan McMahon, 2 for 25 with 12 Ks. Taylor Ward, 1 for 25 Ks. Adolis Garcia from your Rangers, 2 for 23 with 6 Ks. And then Shea Langelares rounds things off, 1 for 17 with 8 Ks. Not great stuff there. Looking on now to our injury updates. Like I said, I'm trying to blow through this episode here. Tim Anderson, he went on the bereavement list, so we'll wait for him to come back and ready to play. Alek Manoah from your Blue Jays will undergo season-ending surgery to repair his UCL. It's a tough blow there for Blue Jays. Alek Manoah is trying to right himself, trying to come back from injury, his struggles, and looked good for a couple starts this year, but that's all he'll have as he heads to the IL for the remainder of the season. Kyle Tucker, we mentioned him in the last episode. He exited the game. He now is on the IL with a right shin contusion, but he's the only one that ended up on the IL. Tyler O'Neill did leave one of the games in Chicago against the White Sox for the Red Sox. O'Neill left it with some knee discomfort, so we'll see how that plays along going through this week, and see if he ends up on the injured list like Tucker did. Outstanding performances. A strong list here, once again, as usual. Tanner Houck, 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, no walks, 9 Ks. Garrett Crochet, 6 innings pitched, 3 hits, an earned run, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts for him. Tobias Myers, 8 innings pitched, 1 hit, no earned runs, 3 walks, 5 Ks. Mitch Keller, 6 innings pitched, 7 hits, no earned runs, 2 walks, 8 Ks. Jake Irvin, 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, no earned runs, 2 walks, 4 Ks. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, 7 innings pitched, 2 hits, no earned runs, 2 walks, 7 Ks. Chris Bassett, 8 innings pitched, 4 hits, an earned run, 2 walks, 7 Ks. Framber Valdez, 9 innings pitched, 4 hits, an earned run, a walk, 8 Ks. Complete game for him. Simeon Woods Richardson, 6 1/3 innings pitched, 6 hits, an earned run, no walks, 6 Ks. Kyle Bradish, 6 innings pitched, a hit, no earned runs, no walks, 9 Ks for him. Cole Reagans, 6 innings pitched, 3 hits, an earned run, a walk, 9 Ks. Derek Skubal, 6 2/3 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 10 Ks. And rounding things off, Kevin Gausman, 9 innings pitched, 5 hits, no earned runs, 1 walk, 10 Ks. The complete game shutout for Gausman. What a pitching performance he had against Oakland. We now move on to our standings check as we take a look at the standing series, I guess, we have right now. AL East remains pretty similar. Yankees 8-2 in the last 10. They're 46-21, still with the lead over Baltimore, 2.5 games above them. 42-22 is Baltimore. Blue Jays no longer 5th. They have jumped the Rays. Rays at the bottom at 31-34. Blue Jays 32-33, and the Red Sox sit 33-33. That rounds off the East. Your Central is still very good. Guardians at 42-22, 4 games up on the Royals, who are 39-27. Twins 3 games above 500, 34-31 for them. Tigers 1 game below 500 at 32-33, and the White Sox sit pretty low at 17-49 there. So yeah, tough go at things for the White Sox. Obviously, we'll always say that. AL West, the Mariners still hold it 37-30. They're 5 games up on the Rangers, who sit 3 games under 500 at 31-34. Astros continue to stay in third at 30-36, trying to find their way. They're 6-4 in their last 10. Could this be the start of the Astros' return? Oakland still holding off the Angels. Oakland's in fourth, 26-41. Angels 25-40. So Oakland's played 2 extra games, won 1 and lost 1. So they technically have the same record in a way, but Oakland's still in fourth there. NL East, Phillies still lead it. They're 7-3 in their last 10. They're 45-20 on the year, and now have 9 games up on the Braves, who lost 3 to the Nationals. That's a big one. They lost 3 or 4. They're on a 3-game losing streak, and they sit 35-28. The Braves have not been as dominant as we thought they were going to be out the gate. Nationals still in third at 30-35. Mets 28-36. Marlins 22-43. Your NL Central, that's your bloodbath division right now. The Brewers are 38-27. They're feeling good. They're 6.5 games up against pretty much everyone. The Cubs right now tied with the Reds after the Reds have taken 3 or 4 from the Cubs. Reds are 8-2 in their last 10 and tied with the Cubs at 32-34. Cardinals, though, have the same record, just a game, 2 games played less, 31-33 for the Cardinals, so 1 last win, 1 last loss. And the Pirates are only a half a game back of those 3 teams. So the Cubs, Reds, and Cardinals are all 6.5 back of the Brewers. Pirates are 7 games back of the Brewers. They're 31-34, and they're all, 1, 2 games, 2, 3 games under 500. All of them are right there within striking distance. So we'll see what happens as that division continues to progress. We'll see if anyone can stand a chance to fight the Brewers there. And then your NL West, Dodgers still take it 41-26, 8 games above the Padres, who are at 34-35. Giants have struggled after taking advantage of the Padres' struggles. They have now struggled and fall back to third place. They're on 3-7 in their last 10, 32-34 in the year. Diamondbacks still in fourth, looking to get hot, 31-35 for them. Rockies rounded off 23-42. That will do it for our standings check. And with nothing really left to do, we're just going to take a gamble into our upcoming series. And by a gamble, I mean a look into it. And so the Orioles and Rays will finish off their 4-game set today, the 1 game there. Then we have the Braves and the Oilers, Phillies and Red Sox, Cubs at Rays, Yankees at Royals. That could be a sneaky fun series maybe. Rockies at Twins, Nationals at Tigers, White Sox at Mariners, Marlins at Mets, Blue Jays at Brewers, Guardians at Reds, Pirates at Cardinals, Angels at D-backs, A's at Padres, Rangers at Dodgers, and Astros at Giants. A couple AL West teams visiting some NL West teams. Look at that last 4. That's a fun way to end it. And speaking of a fun way to end it, that's how we're ending today's episode. I tried to get through this one pretty quickly. Like I said, I have a busy day here, so I didn't need to get this one going on too long. But yeah, we finish things off here. I appreciate you all. Thank you, everybody, so much for listening. And I will see you on Friday.